Yo, what's up, y'all? This video is for my day ones and anyone else who want to get caught up in everything that's going on in the NBA Threads community. So last year, when Threads first released, a bunch of us misfits had got together and created what we call today NBA Threads. It was all organic and there was no official connection to Threads at all. But to me, it felt like we were all people who hadn't really gotten any real traction on other platforms, and we were looking for new places to spend our time online. And the physical representation was something that you could probably only experience on the New York City subway. Older people, white people, trans people, black people. There were people in Canada. There were smart people. There were people who weren't so smart. It was diverse as hell, man. And there was no real barriers of entry, meaning anyone who wanted to join the community could join. We rejected influencers, we supported each other's individual pursuits, and we encouraged authenticity. Perfect example is this. Like, I can't get jiggy with that, but I didn't buy it to get jiggy. I bought it to support. Anything that added value to the community, that's how you got your clout. In the early days, people designed and sold NBA Threads merch. People organized pizza parties. I started a podcast called the NBA Threads Podcast. I even co-hosted the first year Threads anniversary in New York City on behalf of the NBA Threads community. And there were so many people I knew personally or people online who thought we were weird for talking to strangers online and actually meeting up in person. So I'm like, all right, I gotta add some swag to this community. So I created this banger right here.
This is NBA Threads, ayy. I'm just chatting hoops with my dogs, don't be petty.
I'm just chatting hoops with my dogs, don't be petty? What? I'm telling y'all, that was the first time in my life I ever felt so much support for all of my talents. It was crazy. So remember the no influencer rule? So for some reason, we made a special exception for this one influencer. She's a really nice person, and so many of us even supported her nonprofit. I even gave her money. I really sent her money to her nonprofit to help her because I believe in her and I believe in her mission. Like, she's really nice. And I say that sincerely. I'll get back to that in a second. But I noticed things started to change during the election season. And what happened was many members in the NBA Threads community, they started to ostracize so many Trump supporters that were in our community as well. Like, there were times when I felt like maybe I should have spoken up just so we can keep the diversity of thought going and perspectives, but I just say, yo, I'm about to stay out of these white people business, man. I didn't even want to be in it. I'm so serious. I just was chilling, minding my business, yo. And remember that podcast I had started? I had 2 co-hosts actually quit because of mental health reasons. And the narrative they're trying to make now is that I was bullying them. 35-year-old men getting bullied? How can I, bully? So time out real quick. We have to stop that. People who like to tell the truth, it's not bullying. I just feel comfortable telling the truth. And if I tell my truth to someone that don't want to hear it, we can't call that bullying. What? And I'm low-key autistic, so sometimes I don't have the social cues to know if somebody is actually going through stuff. I just think I have a perspective and I need to share it. But that's something I'm working on. But it's not bullying, man. I'm not trying to bully nobody. I think everybody out there know that. So back to the podcast. Our new host had wanted to do an episode on politics, and they encouraged me to share who I was endorsing for president. I fought against that so hard. I did not want to get involved in politics. I did not want to get involved. I wanted to stay out of it, stay peaceful, and let white people go at it, yo. I swear I didn't want to get involved. So their perspective was, I was a valuable and notable member of the community, and the community should know who I'm endorsing. And I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Y'all know I end up making a video about Kamala. I end up supporting Kamala. I end up voting for Kamala. But guess who they didn't force to share who they were supporting? The influencer. Like, this person was a legit Threads influencer and no one forced them to share anything political. Nothing at all. The community spared them. But me, they thought I had to share my political beliefs. We don't even know if this person voted, bro. Everyone was so hurt. They was calling him a liar, calling him fascist, calling him a dictator. So I'm just like, maybe the world needs more honest politicians. And then the seat had opened up in my hometown of Newark, New Jersey. So I'm like, maybe this a calling. And so many people show me love, yo. So many people was hitting me up on DM. They was replying to my posts. They were saying things like, I will vote for you. Hell yeah, you got my support, bro. All this stuff. So I'm just like, if I can get strangers who don't know me to validate my character, I know I can go back to my hometown and get my community to rock with me, yo. I don't know how the logic aligns, but to me, that support that I initially got from the community, oh man, it was everything. It was encouraging. But things really got crazy when Mark Zuckerberg decided to endorse Donald Trump. Yo, everyone went wow. There was a mass exodus of users from Threads over to Blue Sky, and it was led by the NBAThreads community. But guess who didn't go to Blue Sky with all of the other liberals that was protesting against Trump? The influencer. So Threads saw this, and instead of addressing the community's concerns, they copied Blue Sky's feature.
Threads is rolling out a new feature on the platform, its own take on Blue Sky starter packs, which are a curated list of suggested accounts that help new users find people to follow.
And they used the influencer to implement that feature on Threads. Y'all see where I'm going here? Or no? I know a lot of y'all like, man, shut your ass up. I understand this not for y'all, but I think there's some real ones out there that see this macro theme that I'm trying to display. So in true go along, get along fashion, everyone came back to Threads. And what make it even more crazier, the influencer dropped her own list on the same day Mark Zuckerberg donated more money to Trump. So right now, I know y'all all wondering, did I make the list? No, I did not. And you're also probably wondering, am I salty that I didn't make the list? Yes, I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I was salty, yo. I was like, what, man? I was really salty, bro. I was just like, damn. This community was life-changing for me, yo. Like, I really looked at it like this was my new family. So in the last few days, everyone on the list, they're running it up. So I'm just like, damn, bro, I have FOMO, bro, because I'm sure a lot of those people were gonna see my bio, be like, yo, let me donate $10 to this young man. And since I'm using my own money for my campaign and I'm running as an independent, I thought the community would rally behind your boy. I thought it was gonna be a stat to be like the NBAThreads community produced a legit council member. Like, that was crazy, bro. I really thought we had that much power because once we migrated to Blue Sky, I'm like, yo, that's real activism right there. That's us uniting to stand up for something. But on a more serious note, I thought if you had to name 20 people who would represent NBAThreads well, I thought it would be me, man. But as I get into politics, I'm learning that you should not take nothing personal, bro. You should not take nothing personal. You should not expect anything because mother freakers are out here and they're fickle. But this was good practice for me. I'm so serious. And that's why I'm doing all this, because I have to stand up for something. And I need to practice standing up for something. And I need to practice standing up for something when the stakes are high. It's like when Ali was like, ain't no Viet Cong ever called me, nigga. He stood up for something. He stood up against the entire United States. I'm not on Ali level yet, but you know, like this is my first stab at like actually taking a stand, man, and calling out all the degeneracy and all of the foolishness that goes on in this community. I don't want to be a part of it no more. I got so much love for so many of you. I've met so many of you in person. I built so many cool relationships, but I can't do it, man. And this is the last thing I'll say. Y'all should hold her accountable, man. Like, why was Paul not on that list, bro? Go look at Paul bio. Like, seriously, go look at Paul bio. Why was Paul not on that list? But there's other people on that list. I don't even know what they did for the community. And I'm not saying that Paul did anything for the community, but I'm like, if you're gonna put people on the list who haven't been in the Discords, been making podcasts, been in these group chats, if you're gonna put people like that on the list, put Paul on the list, man. Because I read all those messages and it make me want to cry because he's going through something, man. Put him on the list. Why nobody highlight him? And that's what I was calling out. I was calling out the bull crap. And I don't care if y'all think this too aggressive, but I'm just trying to say, like, do something. Actually, my bad. I'm going to keep that in there to show the real emotion, but let me calm down. Y'all have someone in the building. If there's a Threads influencer that y'all know and they're part of the community, have them be an advocate of the community. Have them go to Threads with suggestions on things that can make the community or the app better. Like, what's the point of them being an influencer for Threads and part of the community if they can't bridge that gap? Pause. That was pause, by the way. I'm not engaging anymore, and if you want to unfollow me, rightfully so, I would definitely unfollow you back respectfully. I'm just gonna be on there sharing what I'm doing for my community. And I just wanna thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for really inspiring me. I'm cheering for y'all, I'm cheering for this community, and I really think that y'all could turn the energy around. Everybody that messaged me privately, yo, thank you for the support, man. I love y'all. And yeah, man, until we meet again, my friends, peace.